Hello, hello. We're live. Ad break has ended. We're all set up as far as I know. And so we're going to jump into the game in a sec. I need to jump into my Discord though. Ooh. So I have myself a Panther Clipper. We're going to go back to a little bit of colonization today and see how it goes in terms of hauling stuff. But first I need a drink because my throat is kind of hoarse. I also have hopefully set up the new Voice Attack 2 with the HCS pack. I did that last night. I have not tested it yet. So we're going to see how that's going to go. But anyway, welcome to the stream. Without much further ado, we're just going to get into the game. Provided the game is actually, playable. There we go. Based on what I'm seeing, Voice Attack is not any better at recognizing what I'm saying. But that's to be expected. Hey, Vin. How's it been? Look, a new ship. Ooh, so big and shiny. And how are you today? You having a good day?
All systems prepared.
Okay. We are at Jameson Memorial because this is where I set this up. Let me show you the Panther Clipper. It's an interesting ship. So I'm trying to max out cargo space, but I did want a shield. And I wasn't gonna worry about the grade 1 thing. So we've got a bunch of stuff that I've lightly engineered up. I downgraded the power plant for extra jump range. I don't seem to need it doesn't seem to need engineering on it, as long as I'm not running weapons. I got thrusters with grade 4 dirty drive at the moment. I need to go and do some trading of some materials. Grade 4 increased FSD range. I put in one. I downgraded the power distributor slightly because I put in one of the pre-engineered ones from a recent community goal that has increased engine and system both capacity and recharge. I think that's outperforming the grade 7. I don't have a grade 7 one of these. I have no weapons. Yeah. I have no weapons. I have shield boosters, a heatsink launcher, and 2-point defense turrets to keep pirates off my cargo. And in, well, the latest community goal also has the paint job for this, but I mean, that's not finished yet, I don't think. Unless it was only running a week. But I'm curious what paint jobs they have. Container grey. Ooh, this one looks nice. Midnight black. Shipment gold. Maybe is this the one that... This is the one that's coming with the community goal. Not sure. And on the optional internals, I have the new Mark II cargo racks, normal cargo racks. The lowest shield I could fit in was a 6. I tried a 5A prismatic, but it doesn't work. And advanced docking computer for 1,172 tons of cargo capacity. Now the only question is how far away am I from where I need to be? We got about 30 light years jump range, but no cargo scoop. We could probably get the jump range a little bit higher with some more engineering. Yeah, that's probably about right. I was lucky because I already had close to like 10,000 ARX just from playing the game, so I only had to top up. I did top up more than that because I also want to buy a thing for the fleet carrier at some point. So I bought the 25,000 ARX one. And now I'm slightly short of the fleet carrier thing, but I'm just doing the rest through playing the game. Alright, so we have... Colonia Mega Ship. A little far away. We'll get there though. Oh, it's not too bad. And while we're flying out, signal lost. Just because we're going up and out. Yeah, I tend to agree a little bit on that. Right. Watching the leagues go up is kind of cool, though. Like, someone made an argument on a YouTube comment that they have to render more detail because it's such a big model, but like, cause it's like, well then surely the Cobra, which is technically a small ship, should be less expensive than the others if you're buying it for ARX, but like, the bridge is huge though. Look at this. They're ridiculous. So yeah, I can see that point of view. And then they come out with credits. I mean, like, 3 months feels like it's going to take a long time, but it goes pretty fast, really. So, yeah. Alright, with 2 pips and engines, how fast are we getting on the boost? 350. We've got more pips and engines, do we get faster? Or do they change that? I think they changed that a while back, didn't they? Alright. 7 jumps. Not too bad. It's not quite as sluggish as a Type 9, but it is a little bit slower to turn than a Clipper. Than yeah. Than the Corvette, sorry. Jesus, Clipper. It doesn't seem to have a weird shit boost sound. I mean, you're not wrong. I think I'll get used to it though. Doesn't seem to have the same level of drift as the Imperial one. The Cutter. But it's also not quite as fast in a straight line either. So you do get in and out of the stations a little bit faster with the Cutter. But I think the huge increase in cargo space more than makes up for that. Plus, I mean, I haven't fully engineered the thrusters up yet either. Yeah, oh, you know, yeah, the brakes are definitely better. Plus, it's a little bit more stable in Frameshift Super Cruise, as you can see. It's not quite as stable as the smaller ships, though. It does jerk around a little bit. It's not really overheating or anything, though, so which is nice. I should probably stop that, or I might not have enough gas to get to where I'm going.
Vectors.
Yes, it definitely, you know, it definitely doesn't drift like the Cutter does. The Cutter just keeps going and going and going, and then, you know, you're like, wait, I said stop all the way back there. Wee. How many jumps? 4. It's not using up too much. It's not using up a very huge percentage of gas per jump, considering that was close to the close to its jump range limit. Yeah, there's been a few times I've plowed into a planet in the Cutter. Once or twice it's even blown me up. Anyway, has anyone been watching the news coming out of the VTubing space? Jesus Christ. VShojo just imploded. You know, the VTuber Corporation that had Iron Mouse, Project Melody, and you know, who else was in there? Kason over in Japan, Hinya, all those type of ones. Oh, haven't heard the news? Iron Mouse came out. She announced that she was leaving VShojo. They owed her a lot of money. She's found out over the last couple of months they owed her a lot of money. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, VShojo, yep. And Familiar, yeah. Whew. That's nuts. Everyone thought VShojo was one of the good VTubing corporations, and it turns out that they dug themselves into a massive financial hole from the sounds of it. The best one, yeah.
Key systems are at optimum levels, readying for exit.
Most of the talent have just announced that they're leaving and that they're owed money. Alright? Kason was a little bit different. She basically got the Japan CEO of VShojo on her stream, grilled him, and he was like, yeah, I don't know what the English branch are doing. There's definitely some issues over there, type of thing. And she's like, I haven't been paid since September 2024. Like, what the hell's going on? He's like, well, the payment for the talents has to come from the English branch. We can't pay you, even though we're doing okay. And she's like, well, I want my money. And he's like, I can't really help with that, and I don't think you're likely to get it from what I'm hearing. And she's like, well, fuck this, I quit immediately, right now.
Key systems are at optimum levels, readying for exit.
We're not getting paid for nearly a year. It's goddamn insane. Like, misappropriating $500,000 of money earmarked for charity is not only insane, it's probably highly illegal. Oh yeah, Iron Mouse came out and said it, right? And then within the last 2 days, pretty much every talent they have has left. It's just announced that they left VShojo. VShojo English, as far as I know, has no talent left in the company. They've all gone. And some of the ones that quit recently, like Giga and Zentreya, have announced that they're also owed money. Some of the ones that were quits a while back have come out and said that they were owed money when they quit, and that they were under heavy NDAs not to discuss it. Getting distracted there. It's been quite interesting following along. Yeah, someone wanted work I was talking to one of the new guys at work about that. He was like Pirate Software is just all over my YouTube feed because I like follow so many software developers and they're all talking about his code. So we're chatting about that yesterday while we're having a work hackathon, which is why my why my streaming schedule's a bit weird this week. There was a 2-day hackathon, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Monday I had to take the dog to the vet for a checkup in the morning. But she's alright. She's doing good on her recovery. Boom, boom, boom. While that's happening, I should have a look at what I need for this. Goddamn, if I'm correct, alright, it's newest first, so this is the oldest. Yeah, with these type of things, I always feel like the truth is somewhere in the middle, right? Like, some of the people, like, he's come out and said that, the game that people are looking at, sometimes they were looking at incomplete code, right? That was being worked on. Sometimes they were looking at old code from a way earlier, from a game development on a way earlier version of, like, whatever the platform was, where it didn't support a bunch of the features they said he should be using at that point when it was built. So yeah, I mean, I haven't gone and looked at it in too much depth because I'm not a game developer, and so I don't really have an opinion on that. I just feel like in these kinds of situations, the truth is usually somewhere in the middle. Everyone dog piles onto somebody, and then they get very defensive, and he doesn't help his case with his arrogance, though. We're 56% done on this. And all we need is aluminium, steel, and titanium. Oh, that's a lot of steel and titanium, though. But alright. We'll start with the aluminium. We should also check in CMHC if there's actually something closer by that we can get aluminium, steel, and titanium from. Yo! Trailblazer Dream, what the hell? What's with these stock levels? Is this because people have been, like, just smashing this with the new Panther Clipper? Is that what's going on? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I guess we buy what we can. I don't know. Have you been working on your ground port? I don't mind delivering some stuff to it after I'm done with my asteroid base, though. Oh, I'm glad I don't need CMM components. Whatever they were. CMM composites. Jesus. Okay. Is there somewhere closer to my system? Yes, it's been an interesting couple of days, news wise. Then of course an Ozzy Osbourne died. She was like did a concert not that long ago. So it was must have been quite a downwards progression. It's a little sad. My colonies. That'll be target name. An commodity search to the rescue. I want to buy, let's go with just straight up steel. Close to this system. I haven't actually done much myself, to be fair. Like, this has been sitting here at like 50% done for like the last 2 months. It's just, you know, you get a new ship that can haul a lot of cargo, so come back and try it out. Ooh. Apparently, we have a big place here. Magnus Landing. And also, you know what? Apparently, there's somebody near. No, the one Rock Holdings doesn't have enough. I guess we go in here. All right, off we go. Free jumps, not too bad. I will get around to engineering the ship up more at some point. Just wanted to test it out for this. My dad got one as well, by the way, Ed, and he was like, rang me in the middle of work and was like, I can't get enough power to run all the weapons. And I was like, why are you putting weapons on this? So I don't know. If I buy a ship, I think it needs weapons. I was like, okay, fair enough. I don't know what else he's got in there, because like the ship seems to have a lot of available power. Dad, yeah, not date. that would be very, very wrong. Yes, my dad.
Leaving system. Scanning for anomalies, none detected. Isn't that good?
That is true. She doesn't like the game though. She does have an account. I did buy it for her. But yeah. As soon as the auto docking computer cut out and she started spinning and round and round and round and round and round, she was like, nope. Not interested. She's been going hard on World of Warcraft at the moment.
Hyperspace jump. Engaging. Hull integrity is within limits. All other systems are at normal levels.
Well, it looks like we're here, and we're looking for Magnus Landing. Who has created this place? We should have check. Not Malnick City. Tanner City. Magnus Landing. Here we go. Who's behind us? Someone's done a lot of work on the system. We should go in and acknowledge this person. Commander Vajra. Not a bad little system either. I'm going to add this to bookmarks and to favorites because it's selling lots of steel and stuff, and it's very close to my early systems. All right. We are heading in. Oh, they got a water terraformable planet here. Not sure I've got that in any of my systems. You don't have any Earth-like worlds or terraformable planets that I am aware of. Boom, 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 boom. So what we'll do is we'll test the brakes on this. Full throttle towards the space station. And now we will hit X. How quickly do we come to a stop? Not quite as quickly as I would like, but still a lot better than the Cutter. Alright. Ooh, we got bumped. I feel like if I'd hit X on the Cutter there going at full speed, it would have plowed into the station, still going at least half speed. But to be fair, the full speed on the Cutter is a fair bit faster. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. Let's see what this station sells. I'm also supposed to be testing out the new voice attack, so I should do that too. All right. Lots of aluminium. Nice, nice. Non-lethal weapons. Structural regulators. Water purifiers. That's useful. Crop harvesters and a few other bits and pieces. Polymers. Semi-superconductors. Yeah, quite useful. So I'm guessing we want to go here. Active constructions. Actually, maybe not. Is it here? Maybe. There should be 2 active constructions, I think. This location. No, what's this one? Oh, that's weird. Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
Leaving system.
Okay. Yeah, so I got 2 construction sites here. Then I might said 1. Maybe it's not counting planetary construction sites. Little too fast. Okay, that's fine. Now, am I on the right side of the asteroid belt? We might see how nimbly we can dodge asteroids. New horizons, here I come. So a full load hand in the cutter would be about 1% on this, I think. So I'm guessing this one is probably going to do 2%, probably rounding up slightly though. Oh, we picked the right side. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Transfer all 56 to 58. Yeah. There we go. 768 tons of aluminium. All right. All right, Magnus Landing. You are conveniently very close. And maybe for an asteroid belt. I think we can jump through that.
Leaving system.
There we go.
Key systems are at optimum levels, readying for exit.
Good. It was 768 tons of aluminium, right? Bum, 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 bum. So, extrapolating out from this, I would say that this ship would do 5% of a outpost per delivery instead of 3%. So, claiming a system of an outpost would reduce from like 33-ish runs or something like that to around 20 runs, give or take a little bit on those figures. Very like back of the brain calculations there. What the hell? How did you manage to, Wow. Okay. So it was much bigger on my screen than it was on the actual stream, though. Was that, I know what that was. Okay. Yeah. It was huge on my screen. That was very cool. I didn't even know there was an option in that. Oh, if I upgraded my garage and to a large garage in Euro Truck Simulator. But I haven't brought more trucks or hired more drivers yet. Yes. It seems to be working. To be honest, I've been so busy testing the ship that I haven't actually... I set it up last night. Let's actually test it a little bit more thoroughly. So we need 768 of this. How are you anyway, Dark? You having a good day? I'll just top up on titanium. Yeah. Galaxy map.
As you wish.
There we go. Number 1, take us out.
Aye, sir. Powering engines. Transferring powers to shields. Standing by. Understood. Launching now. Ascending. Thrusters. Now, please. Intelligent thrusters engaged.
I can probably... Well, hold on. While it's taking me out, let's see if I can actually fix this stream size problem. While I remember, we go into here. So it's the Tangier overlay. It is, I mean, it is set to be pretty large on stream. But maybe that's, see if we can set it to be even larger. It's set to a certain... That might be as large as I can get it. Without risking stuff going off the screen. There we go. It's not a huge, actually, increase in size.
Handoff. Complete. Commander, the ship is yours.
Maybe I might need to... Maybe I need to adjust the dimensions for the overlay. Oh no, I wasn't suggesting you keep spending bits to test it for me. Let's just see if I can make it larger while I remembered to do so, that's all.
Navigation for next system.
Alright. Went away from the sun. I know the I've only just started using it, to be fair, that. So I'm not seeing a lot of difference at this point. Well, I'm sure there must be. System map. System map.
System cartography.
You know, I reinstalled it, grabbed the license key and everything last night. So and the question that you were asking me while I was taking the bathroom breaks. What was that about ETS? I don't know. Either you misheard something or I've forgotten what I said. Which is entirely possible. Oh, you're right. I had simply forgot. I upgraded my garage. It's a large garage now, but I don't have the money yet to buy more trucks or hire more drivers. So, but I got up to about 125,000, so I spent 100,000 on it just upgrading the garage to large, leaving $25,000 for truck repairs if I bump into something. We. Yeah, no, I realized I just thought I would spend the money while I had it. There's some pretty cheap secondhand trucks out there, but the condition on them isn't very good. So I probably need at least another 50, 60 grand to buy a halfway decent truck for someone to use. But it's getting to the point I can make that a one big long road trip now. So you get escort vehicles too. Okay. Wrong side of the asteroid field. That's alright. Should we see how well this thing circles an asteroid? Escort vehicles just, yeah. Sounds like something I'd drive into and crash. Whee! Driving, yes. Not diving. Although, last time I played Euro Truck Simulator on stream, a car did dive into me, so it does happen. I still have to produce that video. It's gonna go up on YouTube at some point. I should have both my own perspective and Ed's to work with. Of him, the one with the yellow car drove into me. I'm still need to produce that. It sent me the video from his perspective where he was laughing his ass off, basically. As I'm, like, getting munted by this yellow car that just decided it was going to crash into me for no good reason. Oop. Alright, shield test. Oh no, apparently not. Well, maybe. Yep, shield test. 72%. Not bad. No, I was streaming that one. That one was on stream. I'm fairly sure. Wasn't that the same trip that I hit the bus at the start? And that was on stream because I made a clip of that. We were heading to Italy. %60% done. Launch.
Initiating. Loading configuration. Diagnostic standby.
Open galaxy map.
Star map.
Am I going to be able to jump over here, or am I moving too fast? Am I going to go from being mass locked by the station to mass locked by the asteroid belt? No, I've...
Shift drive engaging.
No, sure, it's streaming. I thought you sent the recording because
Confirming exit point.
you thought it was hilarious from your viewpoint, and we're talking about making a video, like editing in both viewpoints on it. So sorry, I blah 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 blah. Let me restart that. I am sure it was the same actual trip that I crashed into the bus at the start of. And that was definitely on stream because I clipped that. Oop. But I can check later. I'll check after work. I could be wrong. My memory might be playing tricks on me. Okay, Magnus Landing. Here we go. I appreciate somebody building a decent supply of steel, aluminium, titanium and such so close to my colonized systems. Chicken Strip, hello, welcome to the stream. My name is Win and I am playing some Elite Dangerous today. Checking out the new Panther Clipper. Going back to some old colonization builds I sort of petered out on, I guess. Trying to make money. It'd be very good, but there's some of those like 50 million like mining quests where you can just buy the stuff. It'd be excellent for that. But how are you trying to how are you going with making money? What is the strategy for making money with the Clipper? The home base is Nanabozo. I probably pronounced that wrong. Not a system I've heard of, but there are so many systems. I have considered modding the cockpit coloring. Oh, are you doing the you're doing the community goal? Is the community goal the one of the superconductors and 3 times the price? Yeah. Yeah, that works. Yeah. Quick round trip, $14 million profit. That was the thing I thought was kind of humorous. Was the whole idea that the community goal was people are delaying the release of the Panther Clipper. You need to complete this community goal in order to have the Panther Clipper come to the market. And then the Panther Clipper releases, so now you can complete the community goal to get the Panther Clipper to release using the Panther Clipper. 32 jumps. Um, 32 jumps is a lot. Surely there must be a closer. Hey, my memory is not doing the old person thing today. Are you relatively new to the game, Chicken Strip? You can yeah, you kind of have to use external tools. So there's a tool called a Nara. They'll probably tell you. Fairly new. Okay. Let me see if I can show this on stream. Bring this over and see if I can switch. Switch on display capture. Okay. So here we have a Nara, right? And you can go commodity. So there's an Anara commodity search. So if you go to anara.cz and you go superconductors, find the system that you want. Let me just. Where's the latest community goals? Trying to remember. There's a lot of stuff on here. Here we go. Galaxy community goals. IBA. Okay. So near SAS system IAIBA. IBA. I would say you could probably change this to no because you probably don't want to do super stations. A little bit too slow. I would exclude fleet carriers because they're probably going to be overpriced. You can do a search, and then you want to look at what's got a fairly good supply. So Tanaski Citadel in Scorpio Sector JMV B25 is about 34 light years away, so maybe 2 jumps, maybe 3 going back. It seems to have a good supply at the moment. There's Gilliam Beacon, which has a very good supply as of 5 minutes ago. Ah, yes, you did send me that. I haven't used that for anything yet, but I probably will. Just got to set aside some time to do some video editing. So yeah, this is how you find the thing. So Nara commodity search. I will put the link in the chat for you. Yeah, so probably. You can get the jump range on the ship up a bit. I don't know if you've unlocked any engineers or anything along those lines. There you go. There's a link to the commodity search for you. You can look up a lot of stuff on here, so have a play around. I will go back to take off the display capture. All right. Some of the initial engineers that can do, some of the initial engineers. I was really good at video editing. I probably thought. I mean, I'm not claiming to be good at video editing. I can do it. I'm not, just not all that great at it. And the video editing tool I've got is kind of limited as well in some respects. Alright. Just grab titanium. Yeah, so if you, I mean, chicken, if you look on my ship, right, like, I put an SCO drive on here, and then I'm just run some basic engineering on it. So I'm up to about around 30 light years, depending on whether or not the ship has got full fuel tanks or not. And then I get less than that if it's fully loaded up. But there's the jump range down here. Jameson's, yes. So I did go to Jameson's to do it, but you don't need to do that. So the Friendship Drive has like increased FSD range on it. And to get increased FSD range, like you need atypical wake atypical disrupted wake echoes, then chemical processes, phosphorus, strange wake salute, this kind of stuff basically. And you just need to unlock an engineer that can do it. I need chemical manipulators to get to grade 5, and I'm out of those at the moment. But you can unlock engineers, so you can have a look at the engineers here in game. And if it's got a little thing next to it, it'll tell you that you sort of on the verge of getting access to them basically. But I think you start with some of them by default. Or yeah, so like this one for instance, Elvira Murtok, she you learn about her through common knowledge, so you should know about her already. And then you have to travel at least 300 light years from your career start location, and then deliver 3 units of Sontal relics, which I think are a rare commodity, possibly. And if your exploration rank is Scout or higher, you can get Felicity Fast here. But you got to provide a unit of meta alloys, which I think you can buy from one particular little, like, ground station somewhere. Just, well, it was at the outside edge of the bubble with colonization. Maybe it's not anymore. Okay, I think I brought everything anyway. Let's see. Inventory is full. Alright. So it's a little bit of work to unlock a whole bunch of engineers, but if you're just trying to get extra jump range on your ship, someone with a Friendship Drive engineering is probably worth looking into. Yeah. Open galaxy map.
Done. I need to look up more commands for the voice attack, I guess. Whee! Up we go. System jump. System jump.
Really? What does it think I'm saying? I want to check. No. Oh, no system jump was recognized. It's just not fingers the jump command. Jump. That's where system jump used to work. Warp 1. Okay, fine. I'll go back and look up these commands later.
Vectors.
Really? I mean, the system did recognize what I said as Warp 1 and just didn't recognize it as a command for the HCS pack. But I have trained the system a little bit in my voice recognition stuff, so... Of course, what I just said right then, the system decided was LED as in LED, trained the system of little bit in my voice recognition of staff as an STAFF. Maybe I need to look up a New Zealand accent voice caption option. Or maybe I just need to learn to pronunciate clearer. I could look up voice training exercises. And I don't know why my accent changed slightly when I was trying to pronunciate clearer, but, you know, it is what it is. We are going a little too fast. Ah, well, it's fine. The ring will pull us out, surely. Alright, it'll be fine. Alright, how far away are we? Did we jump that? Let's find out. Oh. We're probably going to overshoot when we try this, but, you know, it's worth a shot. I don't want to fly 242 kilometers in this ship. It's slightly too slow for that. Oh, someone's attacking me. My shields are holding up all right. Who is it? Oh, it's an Imperial Clipper. I'm under attack by an Imperial Clipper. For a second there, it looked like we were about to slam into an asteroid, but we did not. Well, that worked out. For science, the experiment was a success. Mwahaha. Oh wait, this wasn't evil science. I don't need to add in the mwahaha. Alright. Boom, boom. We're gonna crash into things. Yes. Minor bump. I guess they haven't fixed the auto docking computer for these construction sites yet. Right? Like, why would they do that? Alright. New Horizons. 62%. This point is not just it's not a bug, just a feature. Yeah. Keep telling people that about stuff at work, reports. No, that data's not a bug, that's just a feature. But they don't quite believe me. Okay. Open galaxy map. Open galaxy map.
Displaying star map.
Alright. Try not to crash into anything. Okay. They are aligned with the ship's trajectory. They took him out.
That's a negative.
What do you mean that's a negative? Captain Kirk, you just keep your sass to yourself.
Scanning for anomalies, none detected. Isn't that good?
Okay. So yeah, new ship, significant.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Alright. I'll drink in a second. New ship is a significant improvement to Hordic. It makes colonization a fair bit easier and probably would make picking up those 50 million cargo hauling jobs where you've got to go and collect like 900 or 1,000 of something. A lot better too, because you do it in one run as opposed to two. I am now curious what ship will be announced next. I think we still have, what, 2 more this year? Supposedly? It may not... Well, I mean... Here's an interesting question, right? Can you take advantage of it sooner? This is my deployed version from the ARX, but it is also available for me to purchase on the... No, listen. I don't know that this would work. It probably won't work, right? But it is also available for me to purchase for like 260 million credits or something like that. And next month, the new squadron feature is coming, where you can loan people ships. Exactly. Can I loan a ship that is in early access to someone who has not unlocked it for early access once the squadron feature hits? Yeah. I'm going to guess no. And I'm also going to guess that even if, yes, you'd soon get sick of it due to the lack of engineering, because I can't put any engineering on it if I'm going to loan it out. But I can give it a try. Right. Let's redeem that hydrate anyway. So we're probably, what, 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away from the Squadron update being launched? Was there an exact date, or was it just August sometime? Boom, boom. Commodities market. Commodities market. Buy all the steel. No, apparently that command doesn't work either. That's fine. We'll buy titanium instead. So much titanium. Open galaxy map.
Hey, be careful where you're going.
So here's a question. Is it weird that I'm considering colonizing another system just so that when I go into here, in my colony's view, that there isn't this blank spot here? It's probably just an excuse. An excuse I'm giving myself to engage my colonization instincts.
Vectors.
Alright. Off we go. New Horizons. All this time of colonization and I still haven't successfully built an asteroid base yet. Because I keep expanding outwards. Alright. New Horizons, here we come. Bum, 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 bum. You have definitely contributed to this one. Yes. I think me and you did a big push at one point for a couple of hours that got us up to around 50%. But that was like 2 or 3 months back, which is probably why it's a bit fuzzy in the memory. Yep. Yeah, it gets a bit repetitive, unfortunately. The colonization. Alright, there we go. Auto dock engaged. Oh, I could use another drink actually. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, if I had to guess, I would say when this is complete, you may have delivered something like 20% of it, or something along those lines. So yeah, significant contribution. Well, I think I was at like 10 or 20% or something like that. 10% maybe, and then we had a couple of hours of delivering stuff to it. Got it up to like 50%. So you probably would have done like half of that. So yeah, I'm guessing 20%. I don't know. It's hard to tell because the whole thing, like, it seems a bit buggy. Like sometimes it does the whole system. So you've definitely contributed to other stuff in the system as well. But also, like, when I've looked at it in the past, it hasn't correctly picked up everyone's contributions to stuff. So, rough estimate. Alright, should have time for one more round trip, and then I'll have to head to work. Yeah, it is. The colonization feature was... I'll go this way because we target the actual... Colonization feature was interesting, but, like, it doesn't have enough to it to keep you engaged for forever, I guess. This might not work exactly how I hope, but we'll find out. I don't mind hauling, but that's not my preferred game mechanic, I guess. Well, that worked out. Here we go. But it's also like once you've built a station, once you've claimed the system, and that, you know, like, besides from just building more stuff in the system, there's not a lot to do. There's no follow-on gameplay, if you know what I mean. Like, you don't get special missions or, you know, or get to add modifications to things you've already built in the system or anything along those lines. It's just, you know, if you want, you can build another space station or another ground station. And yeah, there's a bit you can do with like trying to work, like make a system economy happen in bits and pieces. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It lacks follow up, I suppose. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm trying to get a skin for my fleet carrier. I'm close on the ARX at the moment. I think it's what? It's like 16,800 or something. I think I'm like 14,000 or something. Did you do a asteroid base one? Flick over and look at your asteroid base. It's like only one system jump away. Yeah, I did notice that with the asteroid base one, so it's just a bit of colorization around the entrance and well, next time I'm over that way, I'll go check out your tier 3 station. What color did you get for it? Oh, yeah, that one's nice. I like that one. Boom, boom. How are these community goals going, I wonder? Top 100%. And insufficient contribution. I should probably add in something for that. And then I'll just, you know, get a $50 million credit for doing not much. Oh, there's only 12 hours left on them. That's cool. Because I could really use a Panther Clipper paint job. It was nice of them to release an easy way to get a paint job for the ship. Yeah. The launch of the Panther Clipper has attracted the attention of the Thargoids once more. Yeah, who knows? Maybe maybe they're just planning. Maybe they're planning on being down a little bit longer, just because they're maybe waiting to see what happened with the Pamper Clipper and whether they need to patch any weird stuff. I have no idea. Well, they go down about 7 p.m. my time. It's now 9:23 a.m. So, they're saying this ends at around, what, 10 p.m.? 10 p.m. my time? And normally it would be back up before that. Number one, take us out.
Yes, sir. Engines online. Reinforcing shields. Yes, sir. Understood. Launching now. Ascending to 30 meters. Thrusters. Now, please. Intelligent thrusters initiating.
Give me like an hour maybe after work to...
Complete.
Yeah.
The ship is yours.
What? Ship's not mine, it's still in auto docking. Auto launching. Auto docking. Open galaxy map.
Displaying map.
Okay. Yeah. Get 2 hour downtime. Probably fine. I think that's a 3 hour downtime though, because I think it goes down at 7 a.m. their time. I don't know. I feel like that was something from the voice pack, maybe? It was right afterwards, Captain Kirk said, "I'm here." Damn it. Missed the mute on that sneeze, but that's okay.
Leaving system.
Alright. I've not heard that low whistle from the voice pack before though, so it's interesting. That was the voice pack. Let's give this a little boost. A little bit of NOS. Hopefully that's alright. Yeah, that looks good. Actually, it was almost perfect. Perfect boosting. Or maybe there's some signs that that's the feature coming at the end of the year. Or maybe it's just a speculative, wouldn't it be nice if it was type video. I'll take a watch at some point at work while I'm waiting for a report to run or something. Alright. Wrong side once more. 53 kilometers away as well. Thanks. Alright. So I do need to head to work, so while I fly into the station, I will try and look for someone to raid out to. Thank you for everyone who's come along and kept me company whilst I've been streaming today. It's been fun playing with the new ship, and I hope everyone's enjoyed the stream. I will be back tomorrow playing, I think it's Deep Rock Galactic, which will have a little bit more like shooting and explosions and murderous bugs in it. Should be exciting. Also, hopefully we'll have crowd control up and running, so it will be, you have the ability to try and murder me, and maybe Ed if he's gonna play. Who have we got? Not all that many people on. Alright, I'm gonna raid out to Root Beer Cutie. And I am then going to probably end stream and go to work. Since I have to earn the money. It's one of those unfortunate facts of life. But I hope to see everyone again at some point. I'll be streaming every morning for the next couple of days and streaming for longer during the weekend. And I'm a day ahead time zone wise, so it's my Thursday morning at the moment, so Friday morning and then the weekend after that. Okay, raid going out.
Would make sense better than other stuff. Oh, we need to.
I got raided by Win. Thank you, Win. Win is. A really good friend. We met in Rini and I think hang on. I think we met in Rini's original Twitch, and then we're both a part of the Discord that Rini and Kyrie share. So like we've pretty much talked to each other. I think probably once a day, because I always try to comment in that Discord. I know it's my affiliative anniversary. I really wish I had done something special, but dude, this month has been crazy. I got a new job. Then my first paycheck didn't get deposited because they accidentally messed something up.
Animals and shelter.
And my fiance got laid off. It's just been, yeah, yippee, something like that. It's just been such a crazy month. Fancy, yeah.